Have you ever wondered who moves the trailers when no one's watching? Today I'll introduce you to terminal tractors, those compact, strange, and essential machines that make heavy logistics possible from the shadows. Ugly to some, brilliant to others, but without them, yards would be total chaos. Join me as we uncover how these yard dogs earned their place in the history of transport. Terminal tractors, the forgotten heroes of heavy transport. If you're a big rig driver or dream of becoming one someday, you're probably familiar with terminal tractors. These robust, compact vehicles go by many names. But they all share one defining feature, a unique design that often sparks divided opinions. Still, their importance in managing freight yards and saving truckers' patience is undeniable. Without them, precise and efficient trailer maneuvering would be a massive headache and a constant frustration for drivers. Luckily, we live in a world where these cyclopean motorized cabs exist, and it's time to explain how their unconventional design led them to worldwide success. The birth of the terminal tractor in Kansas. Let's roll back to the 1950s, in the small rural town of Ottawa, Kansas. There, a company called Ottawa Wire and Steel was hard at work on its latest motorized invention. The general manager at the time, Harry Hal Lowthor, is credited as the pioneer behind the concept of the terminal tractor. His idea was simple yet revolutionary, a minimalist tractor equipped with a hydraulically lifting fifth wheel. This mechanism allowed trailers to be coupled without wasting time lowering the landing gear, since lifting the trailer meant the support legs didn't need to be cranked up. Back then, and even today, hooking or unhooking a semi-trailer is a slow and exhausting process, especially because of the countless turns needed to crank the trailer legs up or down. Terminal tractors were born to simplify internal yard operations, moving trailers quickly to where they were needed, and even helping truckers with tricky reverse maneuvers. Before these vehicles became popular, trailers were moved with full-size day cabs, which created problems due to slow hitching times and poor maneuverability. Terminal tractors, on the other hand, were designed specifically for these tasks, with a tighter turning radius and optimal speed. The Yard Hustler, the first terminal tractor. In 1958, the very first terminal tractor was officially introduced, called the Yard Hustler. However, during its first decades on the market, it didn't achieve overwhelming success. It was during the economic and energy crisis of the 1970s that many companies began to see it as an efficient and profitable solution for managing their yards. Later, Ottawa was acquired by international investors and rebranded as Kalmar Ottawa. Today, the company is considered a global leader in the manufacturing of terminal tractors, at least according to its own website, though it's far from alone in the market. Global competition, Europe and the United States. In Europe, German manufacturers such as Terberg and Maffei dominate the sector, while in the United States, brands like Autocar, Tico, and Capacity make up the domestic competition. Alongside them, several smaller, lesser-known builders contribute to a diverse and competitive global market. Speed, efficiency, and design for enclosed spaces. Terminal tractors rarely leave the confines of seaports, warehouse yards, or airports, so they don't need to reach high speeds. Most max out at around 35 miles per hour, about 56 kilometers per hour. This limitation makes them highly efficient, consuming on average about 30% less fuel than conventional semi-trucks. Additionally, their automatic transmissions are calibrated for high torque and low RPM operation, which further reduces fuel consumption. And since they almost always operate in restricted areas, electrification has become an attractive option for companies looking to modernize their fleets with cleaner, quieter terminal tractors. It's worth noting that the shift toward electrification isn't just about being eco-friendly, it's also a practical necessity. In closed environments like ports or warehouses, cutting emissions and noise dramatically improves working and environmental conditions. This makes electric tractors the natural future of internal logistics, combining operational efficiency with environmental responsibility. Physical characteristics, compact size, and tight turning radius. A typical terminal tractor has a wheelbase of about 3 meters or less, with a turning radius of roughly 6 meters. For comparison, a full semi-trailer rig usually needs a turning radius of 7 to 9 meters, depending on its size. This difference is crucial for maneuvering within tight spaces packed with trailer traffic. A design that divides opinions. One of the most striking and controversial features of these tractors is their asymmetric and unconventional design. To me, they look as if a European parking meter car and a cab-over truck had a child. with a charm that lies precisely in their quirky ugliness. But beyond aesthetics, this design follows a logic of maximum efficiency and reduced production costs. The downside is that the ride can be uncomfortable, especially in American models where driver comfort is far from a priority. Visibility and accessibility for the driver. These tractors only have space for one driver, but they offer exceptional visibility thanks to their large windows covering the front, sides, and rear. This guarantees a 360-degree field of vision at all times, crucial since much of their work involves maneuvering in reverse. A curious detail is that the rear-view mirror arm is often mounted on the passenger side, which practically doesn't exist, but seems to be the most practical solution. That said, drivers often mention that this mirror tends to vibrate a lot as the vehicle picks up speed. Strategically placed doors. The access door is usually located at the back of the cab or on the curbside, making it quick to reach the air hoses, brakes, and electrical connections. This saves the time usually lost walking around the vehicle. A common hassle with conventional semi-trucks. Doors can be either sliding or hinged, and in both cases they can be locked when open for added safety. Not all terminal tractors feature these specialized doors, but those that do have a clear advantage in terms of efficiency. Innovations in the hydraulic fifth wheel. As mentioned earlier, one of the greatest advantages of these tractors is their hydraulic fifth wheel, operated by a lever from the cab. This technology allows trailers to be coupled or uncoupled without lowering the landing gear, massively speeding up the process. When combined with quick access doors, a terminal tractor can hook up to a trailer and get moving in seconds, while a conventional semi-truck may take several minutes. Special features, rotating seats and automation. Though rare in the United States, some European Turberg models feature rotating seats and steering wheels, allowing the driver to face backwards while reversing or coupling a trailer. This simple innovation greatly improves both safety and driver comfort. In general, these vehicles are kept simple, equipped only with what employers deem essential. Many lack conveniences such as air conditioning, air suspension seats, or power windows. The future, autonomous terminal tractors. Terminal tractors may be among the first vehicles to achieve full automation. In Europe, it's already possible to purchase autonomous models built by Turberg in partnership with Konecranes. While the technology is not yet perfect, steady progress is being made to ease planning and operations in freight yards. This shift toward autonomy not only promises efficiency and cost reduction, but also a significant drop in workplace accidents. Since automated maneuvers can be performed with more precision and without human fatigue, still, the acceptance of these technologies by drivers and companies is gradual, depending as much on technical reliability as on cultural adaptation. The crucial role of terminal tractors and their drivers, loved or hated for their looks. These tractors play a vital role in trailer yards, seaports, cargo airports, and industries like oil and gas. The drivers who spend their days in these solitary cabs are experts in trailer maneuvering, moving hundreds of them each day. Without these agile machines and their tireless operators, freight yards would be congested and the flow of the supply chain would slow down dramatically. That's why, as a tribute to their work, they're called yard dogs, a title that perfectly reflects their dedication and skill. If you were surprised by the hidden world of terminal tractors and their key role behind the scenes, leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. See you on the next ride, where we'll continue uncovering the unsung heroes of the asphalt and beyond.